The Nebraska Army National Guard held a send-off ceremony honoring the soldiers and families of the 1057th Military Police Company at the Weborg 21 Center in Gering. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, 65 soldiers assigned to the 1057th Military Police Company, which is based in Chadron with detachments in Scottsbluff and Kearney, are soon departing for training before being deployed to the U.S. Central Command in the Middle East. During Friday's send-off ceremony, Nebraska National Guard's Daryl Bohack said the soldiers can go forward in their deployment with confidence, knowing full well that the community is waiting there to rally around them. He told the soldiers he had full confidence in their training, knowing they would represent the state of Nebraska with pride.
So soldiers, as you go forward, I ask you to do three things. Trust in your leadership, trust in your training, and trust in each other. And if you do those three things, I know that you will return safely and sound back to your community and to your families at the end of your time on this deployment. I know that that can occur.
The soldiers will be departing for several weeks of training in Fort Bliss, Texas, before their 9-month deployment to the Middle East. Well, the Holiday family of companies has landed a well-known former teacher from Gering to lead a new technology business inside the company. Justin Reinmuth has been hired to lead Ditto Labs, which is intended to be a cutting-edge technology development company. Holiday spokesman Kirk Hayes tells KNEB News the addition of Reinmuth to their team is a perfect fit.
This all happened kind of quickly. We learned that Justin was available and knew of his success with the Samsung challenge with the Gering High School, and knew that he had just an amazing, technology background, and that's kind of the direction we're moving. When he became available, we just started the discussions and could see that, wow, there's a lot he can offer, and didn't take long, and we knew he needed to be part of our technology team.
Hayes says in addition to Reinmuth's experience, the Holiday family of companies are also excited about his extensive network of technology professionals that they can collaborate with. Ditto Labs' first project is a real-time global mapping and flexible prediction networking system that can be used for detection and trapping of fall armyworms that can decimate crops in the field. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, you don't have to be like a tortoise and carry your home on your back. They have mortgage experts that can help you finance the home that's perfect for you. Whether you're a first-time home buyer looking for your next home or simply want to refinance the home you're in, the experienced lenders at Platte Valley Bank are there to help. Contact them at pvbank.com or call and visit with one of the mortgage experts to take advantage of great rates at Platte Valley Bank.
Back. A 25-year-old Bridgeport woman has been sentenced following a child abuse investigation from earlier this year. This past winter, investigators with the Nebraska State Patrol worked with the Morrill County Sheriff's Office and arrested Brooke Stewart on charges of child abuse and third-degree assault. The incident was first reported in February, and investigators determined that the 3-year-old victim suffered multiple injuries, including bruising, swelling, and lacerations. Earlier this month in Morrill County District Court, Stewart was sentenced to 90 days in jail and then 3 years of probation after she pleaded guilty to the 2 charges. Well, the village of Melbeta will not have to go without any property tax funding for the coming fiscal year. Scottsbluff County Commissioners held an emergency meeting last week, accepting Melbita's budget for the 2021-22 spending year with a mill levy set at just over 33 cents. Earlier this month, the village was the only taxing entity to fail to submit documents which go on to the state after approval by the county board. If the Board of Trustees had failed to forward their tax asking request, the village of about 100 people would have been out more than $14,000. And Nebraska's court system agreed to release a nonprofit group's analysts of state criminal justice data after the governor's office refused to release the information. The state's judicial branch released almost 100 pages of reports from the nonprofit Crime and Justice Institute had presented to a group of officials who were trying to decide how to address Nebraska's prison overcrowding. ACLU of Nebraska Director Danielle Conrad praised the decision to release the records on Friday. The report showed that Nebraska's prison population grew by 21% between 2011 through 2020, even though overall admissions to the system decreased because inmates are staying longer with more mandatory minimum sentences. Well, coming up after the break, a gorgeous day out there today. Cold weather now moving into the region for the foreseeable future. Bill's got your full week forecast right after this.
My name is Angela and I'm with Langer Industrial Services. There's a huge technology part in metal, just with all the programs we use, running the scale and paying people all the software. He does 24/7 ransomware monitoring, making sure the programs run smoothly, making sure everything's running properly. So it's nice to have Jeremy there to call when things go wrong. He's always there right away. He's, within 30 minutes he shows up.
ERH Technology Solutions, we make technology work for you.
Renewal by Anderson. The time is now. Winter is coming, beautiful but brutal. You don't have to live through another winter with drafty windows and high heating bills. At Renewal by Anderson, we have great financing options with approved credit right now. Our certified full-time installers are the best in the industry, not subcontractors. We're a 5-star energy partner. Renewal by Anderson windows can significantly cut your heating bills. Put that blanket away this winter. Let's talk about your windows today. Renewal by Anderson. Winter is coming. The time is now.
A community is connections, friends, family, schools, teams. At Allo, we're honored to be a part of your community. As members of the community, we're committed to ensuring people stay connected to the services they need. That's why we're participating in the FCC's Emergency Broadband Benefit Program. We're providing low and no-cost broadband to qualifying community members. Go to allofiber.com/EBB to learn more.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, a pretty active next 24 to 36 hours coming our way. Not this evening. Clear skies will turn partly cloudy as we get towards sunrise tomorrow, and temps only falling down into the upper 30s and low 40s overnight. Next system arrives tomorrow. Rain and maybe some snow, likely. Any of the snow going to mix in later on in the system, but rain mostly coming for this, and then a nice end of the week and another very nice weekend coming our way. 79 yesterday after a morning low down to 29. A little above normal for this time of year. Nothing in the rain gauge. We've almost eaten up all of our surplus. Hopefully we'll add some more to that here tomorrow. Well, temperatures in the 60s and 70s. A gorgeous Monday evening here across the High Plains. 60s and 70s all across western Nebraska and southeastern Wyoming. Winds are fairly light, under 15 miles an hour. A few gusts over towards Mullen and Valentine in the 15 to 20 mile an hour range. Well, getting on the bus tomorrow, it's going to just be mostly cloudy when you head out the door. Temperatures in the low 40s, but when you return home, it's going to be rainy. You're going to need that raincoat. Temps only in the 40s on the way home, so we're not going to warm up too much tomorrow, and we're going to be getting on the way home. Really good chances of getting rain out there. Futurecast for tonight shows partly cloudy skies. We'll see a few overhead clouds. All the precip's going to stay off to the west tonight. As we get towards sunrise, might start to see a few light showers develop. Lows are going to fall down primarily into the 40s here across the region, a few areas in the upper 30s. Now tomorrow, a little more active, a lot more active, in fact. As we roll through the morning hours, we're going to start to see these rain showers increase by lunchtime. Rain going to be falling across a portion of the area, moderate to heavy rain in a few locations. Then notice as the system wraps around tomorrow night, It mixes that rain into snow and pulls away. It's a small but a mighty system out there, and we're going to be dealing with high temperatures, 40s in the west, 60s in the east, even near 70. A very steep gradient there from the colder temps to the warmer temps, and some of those highs going to be realized in the morning before temps fall in the afternoon. Now, what are we looking at for precip? Decent amounts of precip here in some areas. You'll see a widespread 1/4 to 1/2 inch, not out of the question for many locations. Some isolated areas could pick up an inch or more. It depends on if you get under some of those heavier rain showers. Snow is going to be fairly light, should be under an inch, maybe some areas picking up an inch or two, and most areas staying all in the form of rain or rain-snow mix that's not going to accumulate a whole lot. Mainly we're going to be looking for the rain and the moisture out there coming our way. Partly cloudy skies overnight, lows down around 42, light winds, not light winds tomorrow. We're going to look at breezy conditions, rain showers early, a steady rain by afternoon, and it could be moderate to heavy at times. Breezy as well, 15 to 25 mile an hour winds, highs only in the low 50s, and we're going to stay in the 50s again on Wednesday, but look at Thursday through the weekend. We warm up in the 60s to near 70 every single day, with not much coming in the way of precip after we get through this little system here tomorrow. It looks like a pretty dry and pretty comfortable 7-day forecast.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
This is John. He's not an actor or a director. Can you tell? He calls himself a steward of the land. And by the looks of the way he nurtures his little corner of the earth, it's safe to say he's the real deal. John runs with us on a John Deere 3 Series tractor because you can never underestimate the value of a little tractor time. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank.
Well, for today, we're going to lean on a morning sit-down I had for the bulk of our Monday update, plus a little volleyball on tap on the network for tomorrow night. So let's go back to last Thursday with area runners at the district cross-country meet there in Ogallala for Class B. It was Gering High with the big day. The Bulldogs took first place in the girls' race, and the boys finished in second. Of course, the key for Gering on the girls' side is defending state champion Maddie Seiler, who frankly is among the top athletes we've seen in the region over the last handful of years. Simply put, she is a champion. I had Seiler and head coach Rick Merez in this morning for a sit-down. We'll get to the full conversation with Seiler shortly, but first want to hear from Coach Merez. Seiler had a rough summer injury that put her season in doubt, but she's back, and I asked Coach Merez about her toughness and that winning mentality.
In everything she does, hard worker, and when it comes down to the final seconds, you want her in the spotlight, whether it's running, whether it was basketball, whatever it might be, you want her on your team. And I think as a program, it's good to have kids like that. We've had kids over the years who you feel good walking up when they're on your team, and she's absolutely one of those kids just because she works hard, never really points fingers. She just accepts responsibility and says, I'm going to go out there and do my best.
Now let's get to the complete conversation this morning with Maddie Seiler, who talks districts, defending a state title, and coming back from a tough summer injury. Chris Cottrell with KNEB Sports as we continue with Gering Cross Country here as our feature for today. Glad to be joined now by Maddie Seiler, who really is one of the top winners we've got in the Panhandle. District championship last week at Cross Country Districts. Of course, a year ago, defending state champ at the state meet. Let's go back to the summer months when you injured yourself. A, what was the injury? B, what did the doctors tell you about a timeline as far as recovery?
I was playing basketball. It was our kind of last basketball tournament of the summer, and there was just a leak in the ceiling. It was kind of just like a freak accident, and slipped, broke my ankle, and tore all the ligaments in it. And it was really hard because at first we went to the hospital here, and they told me, no, you're fine, you'll have 6 weeks. It's just a small break, you'll have 6 weeks. They only took an x-ray of the front, and we never saw the side or the ankle. So we wanted to make sure, so we went up to Colorado, and they took x-rays of everything, and they said, no, you have to have surgery. You would never have been able to run normal again. And they told me 3 to 6 months of recovery, which was really hard because I was like, oh, like 6 weeks to 3 months is a big difference.
And the cross-country season isn't that long once school starts. So, I mean that timeline wipes out your senior year of cross-country. So you're driving back home, I'm guessing with your dad, your mom. What's the conversation like about how you're going to attack this thing and do the right thing for yourself long-term?
We were kind of looking at it positively and trying not to look at negative sides of it, but like I said, it was definitely hard. Lots of tears, for sure. But getting back to where I am right now is a huge blessing and an amazing opportunity that I've had.
When did you think you were going to be able to get back out on the course with your teammates and be a part of this thing coming down the stretch?
I was actually not expecting to be back as soon as I was. We didn't know I was going to run in Alliance, and I was like, Mrez, should I run in Alliance? And he was all like, sure, go ahead. We kind of ran it as more of like a tempo day, but it still felt bad. It still felt great to be back in the mix.
So on your comeback trail, whether it's practice or some of these races you've been in, what's it like to have a guy like Coach Mrez, who I know you trust completely, to know what's best for you, when to hit the stop button, when to hit play again, and when to push things and when not to?
I've been running with him since I was in 7th grade, and he is my absolute favorite coach. He knows my limits. He knows when I'm hurting, anything like that, but he is an amazing coach, and he knows what's best for me, and he knows when I'm going to be ready.
So let's go back to districts last week. A, you get the win. B, the team gets the win. I know that team aspect is really important to you. So what was it like being able to lead you and your teammates to that first place finish?
We've had some, even before my injury, I had high expectations for the team, and going into districts, I knew that we were either going to do very well or we were going to get 4th. That's kind of where we were at. But I am really glad that we kind of came together and ran the best that we could, and we did.
Now you get a chance, let's just start individually. You get a chance to defend a state championship. What's that mean to you, and kind of what's your weekly build-up going to be like, both mentally and physically, to be at your best come this week?
Going back to the state meet as a winning last year, it's obviously it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be more mental coming back from my injury, but I know that whatever happens is going to happen.
And what about on the team side? What are your expectations, for everyone else as far as what you think you guys can do and accomplish?
I personally feel like if we run how we're supposed to run, I know how my girls can run, we can definitely get top 3. That is my goal for us.
Well, appreciate you guys coming in. Congratulations, on all the success here late in the year, what I'm sure will be a successful run in Kearney, and also just the ability to grind your way through this and get back to doing what you love. Thanks for coming in. Best of luck.
Thank you.
That state cross-country meet is coming up on Friday at the Kearney Country Club. We'll hear more from Coach Rick Mrez coming up on Thursday here at the TV Sports Desk. And quickly, before we wrap up for today, we'll have some volleyball on the way tomorrow night right here on KNEB.TV, plus a radio-only match. WNCC has now won 3 straight matches. They'll host Casper tomorrow night at Cougar Palace, plus it'll be a home match for Gering as they look to bounce back off that loss at Scottsbluff late last week. The Bulldogs take on Sydney tomorrow night at home and right here on KNEB.TV. That is the latest for today from the FNBO Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
When you call Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
What a year 2020 was. Now's the time to get out and travel this summer to see family and friends you were not able to see this last year. Spend more time enjoying your trip by flying United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with daily flights to and from Denver. Reserve your flight today and remember United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at ROMA Italian Restaurant. And don't forget, Thrifty Car Rental is here for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and hitch a ride with your BFF, Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Why bank at a local community bank? When you choose a local community bank, you keep money in our local economy. That money helps support local jobs, schools, and businesses. Money that helps fund a stronger and prosperous community for us all to enjoy and live in. At Platte Valley Bank, we are here to help build and support the community we love being a part of. We believe that together, we can make great things happen. Platte Valley Bank.
And finally tonight, the 9th annual Save a Rack at Backaracks to support the Festival of Hope is coming up on Wednesday, October 27th. Right now, organizers are still hoping for more decorated bras for this year's auction. KNEB Promotions Director Kendra Feather says they need to have decorated bras dropped off at Backaracks by Monday the 25th so they can get them up on the website ahead of that Wednesday's auction. Feather said over the past 8 years, people have put a lot of emotions into decorating these bras. You can enjoy the festivities, bid on bras, and eat great food at Backaracks that evening on Wednesday, October 25th. In its first 8 years, the bra auction has raised over $338,000 for the Festival of Hope. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.